Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Just wanted to give my assessment of the Demetrius Andrade fight. He beat the guy. He beat the guy. He pretty much dominated him. He beat him down. He dropped him damn near pretty much as the bell rung, and he just commenced just beating him down for 9 rounds, and he just got him up out of there. He knocked him down, I think, at least 2 times. You know, um, at the end of the day, as far as the Demetrius Andrade thing go, I'm gonna talk about the whole uh comments he made about how he pulled out of that fight with Charlo. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I want to talk about him as a whole. You know, um, this is the honest to God truth. Demetrius Andrade is a exceptional fighter. He is a great fighter. At age 31, once again, you have to keep it 100. He in the same predicament, the same boat that Gary Russell Jr. is in. We really don't know how good he is or how good he can be based off the people he has fought. Most of us believe that he is an exceptional fighter. One thing I can say about Demetrius Andrade, he can, the way he can fight orthodox. He can fight uh traditionally where he fights in a regular stance, and then you look at how he fought yesterday. He was throwing punches from angles, giving his opponent some difficult looks. It was kind of hard for his opponent to really basically land something of substance because of the way Demetrius Andrade was fighting. But at the end of the day, he got the stoppage. He got a 9th round stoppage. He's pretty much just dominated the dude from beginning to end, which we all thought he would do, and he got the KO. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, people attacking him, doing what they usually do. They nut hugging another guy. At the end of the day, those dudes I told you, they not boxing fans. They promotional company fans and TV programming fans, and Big Al fans. They just nut huggers, and that's all it come down to. And you could clearly see it in how they videos are, where anything that happened is the other person's fault. And to me, that's kind of dangerous because, like I told you, nobody is off limits to me criticizing them. And you could save that on code shit with me. Don't come here talking that I'm off code and all that bullshit. You can say that shit because ain't nobody on code more than me. You better look at my other videos. Nobody talks about the stuff that I talk about. Because at the end of the day, they still worried about their AdSense and all that type of shit. And, subscribers and view counts and subs, where I don't care about that shit. So you tell me who take more chances, who more real, and, who, do the I'm black when it's convenient, or we need to support this dude because he black. So at the end of the day, just you can save that shit. The funny part about it is you get a lot of these dudes that nut hug, the PBC and Big Al. Just they can do, he can do no wrong in their eyes. But the funny part about it is they asses still get turned down for press credentials. All that ass kissing, and they still get turned down for press credentials when they apply for them. But nevertheless, let's get to Demetrius Andrade. Um, I told you I don't really know how to assess him, and we gotta be completely honest with you because I'm gonna talk from a real fair assessment. Demetrius Andrade looked like he's as good as we think he is, but then we don't know because based off the fact, for whatever reason, he can't get Triple G in the ring, he can't get Charlo in the ring, he can't get Canelo in the ring. And I have to tell you guys something. This is the honest to God truth. It's just like I'll just put it to you this way. Um, it's just like any other sport. Let's just say, in Major League Baseball, you the best team in the National League, like you destroying everybody, you beating everybody, you dominating them. But then when you start playing the American League teams, um, like in interleague, you start getting destroyed because you don't have the pitching that you think you should have, and then to a certain degree, you not playing. You don't have the offense you should have against certain teams. You playing against, let's just say you playing against teams where they strictly rely on the fastball and that's what you specialize in. But then can you hit a sinker? Can you hit a slider? So that's what's going on in boxing. Same thing with the NFL. It all depends on what type of defenses you go against. Because we about to see how good Kansas City is. You know, the 49ers have a very good defense. They're very good at stopping the run, even though I don't think Kansas City is going to run. More than likely, they're not going to run, period. The key to winning that game is Patrick Mahomes. I'll talk about that later on. But let's get to Demetrius Andrade. Let's get back to him. I'm just making an example. We don't really know where he is as a fighter, and that's a damn shame at 31. It's the same thing I say about Gary Russell Jr. We believe Gary Russell Jr. is as good as we think he is, but at the end of the day, we can't tell because of the type of dudes that he fights. Whether it's his fault, whether it's other people's fault, we don't really know how to assess how good Gary Russell is and how good Demetrius Andrade is, even though Demetrius Andrade is undefeated. Do we look at it as a fraudulent undefeated? Because I'm gonna make that argument about Jamal Charlo in the next video because, like, once again, I'm gonna have to like blow some people out the water, you know. But I just look at Demetrius Andrade, I say, God, this dude really good. Because he was throwing punches from different angles. I mean, a lot of people called it sloppy or whatever the case may be. Well, Jaime Mugia could be sloppy at times, but people love him. At the end of the day, people gonna bitch about a dude no matter what. They gonna find something wrong with a fighter no matter what. Just like they do with Bud Crawford. It don't matter who Bud fight, due to the fact that you had a lot of people that ran a hate campaign against Bud. People gonna tear him down no matter what. Versus other people. That's just how it is. But I'm just telling the truth about Demetrius Andrade. I and quite a few other people don't know how good he is. And he did admit to, him being the reason why the Charlo fight didn't happen a long time ago. But here's the thing. They trying to make the fight now. And once again, you get people half-assing it. They gonna tell their truth or they side of the truth no matter what to make it look like whoever they rolling with is completely right and the other dude is wrong. And that's what I mean by the nut hugging. You have to see right through that shit. You have to watch out for that. But Demetrius Andrade, I know he signed a extension with Eddie Hearn for a few more fights. I know what's going on behind the scenes with Demetrius Andrade, but it wouldn't be fair for me to, put that type of information out there. And I've heard some things, but I'll leave it at that. But you gotta ask yourself, what's next for him? How do we rate this dude? And let's just say when his career is over, let's just say he remains undefeated. Well, how do we assess this dude of how good he really is based off who he's fought? All right, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.